Hello everyone, this is the LEGO Creator 3-in-1 Retro Roller Skate set. It has 342 pieces. I paid $30 US for it, and I actually built it in real time over on my Pure Builds channel and did nothing with it for months for reasons that I'll explain after the good stuff. I'm mostly going to be just looking at the main build here and then briefly discuss what I think about the alternates. First things first, this is smaller than I expected, and that's entirely my fault. Just a matter of expectations. LEGO didn't show it in a way that made it look like it was going to be bigger than it actually is. It was just what I was hoping for. I was hoping for it to be like half scale. Maybe it's close to that, half scale to adult, but obviously it's more of a child's style, in which case it ends up being, I don't know, appropriate for a 4 to 5 year old foot, I want to say. It looks good. It looks really, really good. The build of it was okay. It's a little bit plain underneath. The trucks look pretty plain, but the inclusion of these pink recolors for these tires is excellent. I always love weird colors of tires, and these are just in their regular compound. They're not extra hard or anything, so you can easily use them. It's a common size. You can mix and match those if you're a custom builder with other colors of wheels and stuff. So all that is good. The shaping here is really good. The laces are actually a little bit loose, so you can kind of pose those a little bit differently. Putting those together was the trickiest thing. But you just have to follow the instructions. It's nothing too fancy. I don't know. I think the shaping of the main shoe is absolutely excellent. I'd never, ever enjoy lining up 1x1s. Period, ever. So you had to do a bunch of that here. It's not that big of a deal. Just use a card or the side of a brick or something to help line them up. But it's just not something that I personally enjoy. This is at least partially hollow on the inside, so you can look down there behind the tongue. The tongue can actually be pulled back, but then you see some of the interior build, which is not a big deal. But it's kind of cool that some of this is able to move around, and they do include some extra parts as well. And they encourage you to decorate the sides differently. So one of these assemblies is included for either side. Obviously, you can change the arrangement of these to suit your taste. And here's one possible arrangement using the other parts. Speaking of other parts, when you build the main model, these are your leftovers. One of the official alternate builds is this boombox, which looks perfectly good, but it's small. It's very, very small. I think it's 6x16, I want to say, in cross section, but its design is good, and it's something worth trying. And it looks pretty good on display. Again, just very, very small. And then the bigger one, I guess this is the B model here, is a skateboard, which has, well, those wheels just don't work that well for me. The wheels stand out too much. But the deck looks good, and the ability to customize the deck gives you, well, a lot of options there. And you got a little kick up in the back, but just the wheels, I feel, just kind of kill this and make it not that interesting to consider having as an alternate on display or for a play around. So again, this cost me $30 US. It's 30 euros, 25 pounds UK, or $40 Canadian for 342 pieces. And I really think the main model is the only one of interest here. It is a nice parts pack, but you got just a slightly different angle on these two here. This is your larger, I believe the larger of the, or more parts intensive of the alternate builds. It's okay. I like the look of this better. If you're into, outdoor sports with wheels a little bit more, this is probably more of interest to you. But just generally, I think that most people are going to want to build. Most people who get this are going to want to build just the roller skate, and might even want to get two. It would look really cool to have two. It's going to cost $60. I actually think that for some reason, I feel like getting two gives you a better deal than just getting one. Even though it's the same amount of stuff for the dollar, I just feel like this being one single one, even on display, it just doesn't have the cool factor to it that a pair of them would. So I actually would sooner recommend someone who wants to get two of these do that than someone who wants to get one of these get that, because this, like I said, it's smaller than I thought, and obviously you can't do much with it. It's just something that you're going to put on display. I think it's best as a parts pack, and as a parts pack, I feel like it's a little bit overpriced, just personally. As for why I didn't do anything with this up to now, I built it and knew from, I'm just going to give you a little insight into the realities of content creators and myself in particular. I knew from all the metrics and things that I follow with my channels that if I put this up, it was going to do really, really poorly. The video would do really, really poorly to the point where it would actually hurt the rest of the channel. It would actually hurt and do worse, do more damage than good by putting the video up. And it would do even more damage to me and to my schedule and everything if I went ahead and did the 3 builds, took this thing apart and did the other 3. A lot of times I get feedback from viewers saying, if you're not going to do all 3 builds, then just don't bother to do anything. So I did nothing. But in the end, this has been sitting around for months, and I just decided, you know what? I'm just not going to care about those things for a while. I care about bringing you some interesting content and talking about Lego and plastic models and things. And I'm just going to try that for a little while. I've been worrying so hard for so long about numbers and also what viewers think. And I'm just going to spend some time, some quality time, just being me and sharing what I want to share. Even if it's not going to do well per the YouTube algorithms, even if I know for a fact that a lot of viewers are going to leave nasty comments about it, just, coming through randomly. And yeah, I'm just going to be a little bit more me for a while. So that's why I'm doing this now, because I bought this because I thought it was a really cool idea. And I love the tires. Just wish now, in retrospect, I definitely wish that it was cheaper for its size. But anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.